Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on HD Pocket. Today we've got some major leaks to go over about the next Pokemon TCG Pocket set coming out later this week. We have a ranked mode that's also been leaked, new Johto cards. We also have a brand new gameplay gimmick which has also been leaked. A lot of things to break down today. Let's get into it. So, starting things off, the next set has been leaked, or apparently been leaked anyway. I think there's still a little bit of confusion whether this is real or not. I think the consensus is that it is real, and that it literally just got leaked by accident on the Pokemon TikTok. There's a couple of things in this video, though, that make it look a little bit fake, but we're going to be breaking it all down anyway. But if you're living under a rock, this basically dropped last night, and now we've had more details about it kind of come to light since this video dropped. But this was posted on Centro Leak saying, leak, the next Pokemon TCG set has been leaked. Triumphant Light. It was uploaded earlier by mistake to Pokemon's TikTok. So I did see this last night. Like I say, I was going to make a video about it, but it just didn't seem super legit because there's a couple of things in this video that make it seem a bit fake. But either way, it is about the mythical Pokemon Arceus. And straight off the bat, I'm not surprised to see it. But a lot of people thought that we wouldn't be getting Arceus in this game because it's the god of all Pokemon, it's too powerful, yada yada yada. But I thought, you know, it's such a prominent Sinnoh Pokemon, and I know that Giratina EX is also a prominent Sinnoh Pokemon, which could also get an EX card in this kind of expansion. I just thought that Arceus was too big of a Pokemon not to include in the game, and lo and behold, they actually have included Arceus on the pack art of Triumphant Light. I think this also confirms that all the mini sets are just going to be based around mythical Pokemon. So we have the major set, which is going to be based around legendaries. Obviously, we had like Mewtwo and the birds and stuff for Genetic Apex. And then we had Mythical Island, which was about Mew and Celebi, which are mythical Pokemon. We've then had Space Time Smackdown, which is about Dialga and Palkia, the legendaries of that region in Sinnoh. And now we have the mythical Pokemon being Arceus as the pack art here. So I feel like whatever region we get next, whether it be Johto, Hoenn, Unova, Kalos, Alola, Galar, or Paldea, I think that it's also going to have a mini set of the mythical of that region as well. So for example, if it was let's say Hoenn, for example, it would be about Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza, and then the mini expansion would be about Deoxys or something like that. Anyway, let's take a look at the video. So obviously we've got the pack art being of Arceus. This was accidentally leaked on the TCG Pocket TikTok account. Someone's going to be in the hot seat today, but we have Magnemite here, which is a steel type this time around. It has tackle for 20 damage, costs 1 steel energy. Its 1 retreat cost was 60 HP. The next card that we have is another Eevee card, which also has 60 HP. This time, though, does needs 2 energy to do its attack, which is Tail Whip for 30, also has 1 retreat cost. I don't think this Eevee is going to get that much play, just simply because there's other Eevees in the game where you can do damage with 1 energy, and I just think that the one where I think it's like 1 energy and then the amount of times you hit you flip her heads, it does like 20 damage. That's probably the one that's going to be seeing more play. But yeah, surprised we got another Eevee card. I know it is the year of Eevee, but still very shocking. The next card after that, we have Golbat with 80 HP, also attacks for bite for 30, also has 1 retreat cost. Crobat has been shown in this video, so maybe now the Golbat line is actually going to see some play. Because I'm a big fan of Crobat, and hopefully it does look pretty good in this next expansion. But we have Golbat there, and then we have Arceus. So the first thing that kind of gave a fake vibe about this was that there's only 4 cards in this, which is the Magnemite, the Eevee, the Golbat, and then the Arceus. But it does kind of like cut from the Golbat to the Arceus. But either way, this is Arceus EX. It is, I guess, the main card in the set. It's bringing a new gimmick to the game. It's got 140 HP, a retreat cost of 2. It has Fabled Luster, which this Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. So poison, sleep, confusion, stuff like that. And then it has Ultimate Force for 70 plus damage for 3 energy. So this attack does 20 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So if you have 3 benched Pokemon, this is doing an extra 60 damage. So it'll do 130. So it's a little bit like Pidgeot EX, but it's just the opposite. So instead of your opponent's bench, it's your bench this time. This is obviously going to pair very well with Dialga, because Dialga can just set this up really quick. And then if you have a full bench, say you have like 2 Dialgas on your bench and an Arceus or something, you're hitting 130 every single turn. 140 with a Geo, which would actually knock out Arceus as well. So, yeah, quite a nice card there. Very, very good for colorless decks. We'll have to see how it kind of fits into the game. But, of course, it is also getting its own gimmick as well. But, anyway, this is using its attack here on this Garchomp EX, which is fighting type this time around. So, not dragon, but actually fighting. And also, the reason why a lot of people thought this potentially would be fake as well is because we have a Garchomp here, we have a Gibble, and then we also have a Gabite. So, you can't have 3 of the same evolutionary line. Unless it's different this time, just because Garchomp's a fighting type instead of dragon. But it looks like it's going to be a fighting type Gibble line. So yeah, I don't know why you're allowed to have 3 there. We also have a Marshadow there. We have 2 Heatrans here. We have Crobat here. Nothing new in the hand regarding apart from Crobat. So we're going to take a look at these cards in a second, because obviously they've been shown in more detail and stuff, and then it just says 2 daily packs at no cost. So like I say, I don't know why they've got 3 of the Garchomp line there, but it is what it is. Moving on though, we do have this new gimmick to take a look at. So people on Reddit have analyzed the new cards, and it looks like there will be a new gimmick that involves Arceus EX being in play for certain abilities to activate. So this is quite difficult to see, but it basically says Arceus EX in play, your Pokemon has no retreat cost. So this is on Heatran's card. So if you have an Arceus in play, I don't even think it matters if it's in the active spot or not, your Pokemon have no retreat cost, which is obviously quite broken. So this would pair very well with Arceus, because of course Arceus can go in any deck because it's colorless, so it can use any energy. So that would be quite nice, especially if you're trying to like fill the bench up and stuff. Maybe you've got a Pokemon that's taking a lot of damage and then you want to get rid of it for free. Very, very useful there. And then this one's quite hard to see. It says once during your turn, I think it says EX in play, you may do 30 damage to active Pokemon. So I think so with Crobat, its ability is if you have Arceus EX in play, you do 30 damage 30 damage to the active Pokemon. So that's really broken. It's basically more broken than Darkrai. I get that obviously Darkrai is just a basic, and with Crobat you'd have to evolve it from Zubat into Golbat into Crobat. The 30 damage is quite nice for an ability you can just have on your bench. So this is really silly, because you can have Arceus in the active spot, you can have 2 Crobats on the bench, which I assume you can do 30 damage each. That's 60 damage, plus 130 if you have a fully stacked bench with Arceus. That's ridiculous. I don't know how that's going to be allowed, but either way, it then says Tyranitar and Raichu's new cards, because as you can see here, we have Heatran, Raichu, and Tyranitar. So we're going to have a Tyranitar card, we're going to have a new Heatran card, which obviously we've seen, and we're also going to have a new Raichu card, which could bolster electric type decks as well. This is Tyranitar and Raichu's new cards will likely also have abilities or attacks that revolve around Arceus EX in play, just because it's simply on the pack art. And then we have a little bit more of a breakdown of all this stuff here. So this was posted by Light, saying Pokemon TCG Pocket leaks. So beneath the ability and attack text from Arceus EX, you can see a symbol on the card. So this same symbol is present on Heatran and Crobat's cards. So if a Pokemon has this symbol, it seemingly has some sort of synergy with Arceus EX. It says Raichu, Crobat, Heatran, and Tyranitar are featured alongside Arceus on the pack cover. So mostly these Pokemon will be designs to pair with Arceus EX. And I actually know where Crobat was on the pack. Oh yeah, so Crobat's up here. We know about the Crobat card. We know about the Heatran card. So we're very likely going to get Raichu and Tyranitar as well, and this will be our one of our first Johto cards as well. I'd like to think it's going to get an EX, but I don't know, because if we're only going to get 5 EXs in this mini set like we did with Mythical Island, what are they going to be? We've already got Arceus and Garchomp, so that's 3 more spots. In my opinion, it would probably be Empoleon, Torterra, and Giratina, because those are the starters and the other sort of major legendary in Sinnoh. But then there's other Pokemon as well. You could get Tyranitar EX. I mean, they might save that for the Johto expansion. But there's also quite major Sinnoh Pokemon that didn't get anything. Like Frostlass, for example, didn't even get a card in the last expansion. So maybe that gets an EX. But no, for me, I feel like it's Arceus, Garchomp, Torterra, Empoleon, and Giratina. They make the most sense, especially because we've already seen Arceus and Garchomp. And then it says Heatran's ability, if you have Arceus EX in play, your Pokemon have no retreat cost. And then with Crobat's ability, once during your turn, if you have Arceus EX in play, you do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, yeah, that's just ridiculous. You're doing 190 damage every turn. Nothing can survive that, barring Pokemon with, like, a giant cape and stuff. But with a Geo, that knocks it out. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. I can't believe this is allowed. But either way, this is going to be a very broken deck. I mean, it's gonna be the meta. I mean, Arceus Crobat is gonna be the new Darkrai Magnezone in my opinion. It's probably faster to set up as well, and you obviously don't need really any energy for Crobat. I mean, you're not going to be using Crobat. The main point of Crobat is to have it on your bench and then use its ability, and then also just deal that crazy damage with Arceus as well. And you could even maybe pop a Druddigon in there as well, just as a bit of a defense whilst you set your Arceus up on your bench and everything like that. But yeah, we'll have to see how it kind of works, but it's looking a bit ridiculous. And then also, as well as that, good news, ranked battles have also been leaked for March. So this was actually posted by Pyoro. So this person, if you're not aware, major leaker in the Nintendo scene, did actually leak the Space-Time Smackdown set as well. Said there was 2 packs, Dialga and Palkia, and this was when we all thought it was going to be about Johto. Got all that right, and they've said ranked battles in March. I'm assuming this will get announced tomorrow on Pokemon Day, but if it doesn't, at least we know we're getting ranked. This is a massive game changer because right now the competitive scene is very stale. You get 15 XP for winning, you get nothing for losing, and every now and again there's like a casual sort of battle event where you got to get 45 wins or 5 wins in a row. A rank mode is very needed because it just allows you to actually work for something, and hopefully there's rewards for maybe hitting like bronze and then silver and then gold. Like maybe you get packs or maybe you get certain cards or something like that. But this is going to be really fun. I can't wait to stream ranked. It's going to be really exciting. Obviously only going to be meta decks, so don't be going into this with like fun decks and stuff. You got to use your best deck, otherwise you're not going to climb the ladder. But anyway, those are all of the leaks that I wanted to go over in today's video. Some more things might get leaked later, I don't really know, but as of right now, these are all the major leaks. So I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 100 likes. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on all these Pokemon TCG Pocket leaks? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.